All right, here we go. Wolverine says, perfect timing. I just finished the time-sensitive mission in GTA 5. I missed GTA 5. That was fun, Wolverine. Or is fun. It shouldn't. It didn't die. I shouldn't speak of it in the past tense. But yeah. The only thing is, I'm so goddamn addicted to Minecraft again right now. I tried to get this stream going as early as I could today because I love Free for All Friday streams, obviously. But I also wanted to have enough time to potentially do a Minecraft stream later because I had a problem. Hey, Tyler. And Empire Jeff gone. Spazdev, Tim Doherty, Jose Castillo, Ivan. You gotta go get lunch? Oh, no problem, Ivan. Eat some for me. Because I eat plenty on my own. Jason, Andrew, Smoking Reaper, Johnny Boy, Daniel, Almighty Potato, Mr. Swiss Roll, Unboo. Daniel, I try not to refer to it so much as a diet, Daniel, only because that almost insinuates something temporary. And at my age, because I don't do anything extreme. I found the best way to lose weight or maintain weight is just to eat reasonable portions, and not an overabundance of any one thing, whether it's saturated fats or carbs or whatever the case may be. So it's just basically I've got to start eating more healthy. How's that going? I'm doing it. Am I liking it? No, not even a little. Rob says, first time in months I got a notification on my phone. At first I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? Then I got pleasantly surprised. Isn't that terrible, Rob? I mean, just what you described, that you actually, they're so inconsistent here that you get a notification. You're like, what the fuck? Is someone attacking me? A piece. You want to see today's shirt, huh, pal? I think we can do that. Oh, well, you guys will know who this is. See you, Space Cowboy. Such a great show. And as great a character as he was, Radical Ed is my character from Cowboy Bebop. BTG says I eat reasonable portions for a family of 4. That's where I've always been at, pal. That's exactly where I've been at. Well, I showed you guys that picture of the that pizza I ate all by myself when we were down in Disney a few trips ago. And you guys saw the picture size, and legitimately there were plenty of witnesses. I ate the whole goddamn thing myself, and those are supposed to feed 4. It didn't. Barry says, still on the toilet. Send reinforcements and TP. Send reinforcements with gas masks, I would assume. Make sure they're suited up. No one says eat Jello and Ready Whip with no spoon or hands. Make sure waifu is watching. Thank me later. Bubba Jabba says Morgan Freeman voice. I can smell you. Yeah, that's one voice I'm sure I can't do. No one should be able to do Morgan Freeman's voice anyway, other than Morgan Freeman. Why is it? It seems like the black actors have the most. Not seem like they do have the most iconic voices. Morgan Freeman. Oh, now names are gonna start. Are you serious? Names are gonna start jumping out of my head. You guys know who I'm talking about. He's one of my all-time favorite actors, and his fucking name won't come to me. Jesus Christ, I hate when I do that. Samuel L. Jackson too, but that's not who I was thinking of. Either you guys are gonna suggest or I'm gonna remember his name. I hate when I do that. Dragon says, "What does a nerd convention and Kurt Cobain's garage have in common?" There's brains all over the place. Yeah, SLJ is one of them. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. SLJ is one of them. That's not who I was thinking of first. He is one of them. The older gentleman who does the this is CNN. Oh God, and one of the probably my favorite speech in the history of movies. Oh, they will come, Ray. And his again, it can be people who are absolute favorites of mine, as he is, and it means nothing to this horrible memory. Not Denzel. Denzel Washington's voice is cool. I don't think his is as memorable as the others. Not Morgan Freeman. I'll look it up shortly. I know one of you guys will have it here. Jesus Christ. James Earl Jones. I knew it'd come to me eventually. James Earl Jones is right at the top for me. God, Steve Urkel, Money More. Well, that's a distinctive voice, but it is funny how it seems like you know, black actors have cornered the market on those just iconic voices that you hear it and you go, oh, god damn. James Earl Jones, Jeff says. Barry says, "Did Mrs. Spaz hit you for throwing the blue ready whip?" Nah, that's in my house, and when you live with me, that's not even a blip on the weird radar. Steve Buscemi, Gon says, he does have a signature voice though. Gon, you're right. You can't miss his, but nobody's compares to James Earl Jones's for me. Again, that speech in Field of Dreams, and even in when he did that guest spot in Big Bang Theory, one of my favorite catchphrases to ever come from TV is "ay ay ay bang bang." Wolverine had the same thing. He says, "Why the fuck was I blanking on the name? I know exactly who you're talking about, isn't it?" And that goes on for me all the time, pal, all the time. Oh yeah, FMAB was so good. Tempest Rimlight, yeah. Great show. Anbu says, "Yo, Curtis, I started watching Konosuba." Ha ha ha. And holy hell, waifus and titties everywhere, my guy. That's one of that's an elite anime to me, Anbu. That's one of my favorites. Yeah. Yes, I'm Kazuma. I gotta get that replaced. That was one of those. I've told you guys I buy a lot of my anime T-shirts from T Public. Prices are good. Selection's great. Every once in a while, you get a lower quality shirt though, to be honest. And that was one of my favorites. Is my just had Kazuma's head throughout the entire shirt and just says, "Yes, I'm Kazuma." Was one of my all-time favorites. And by the second time it was washed, it had almost completely washed the transfer off it. So I'm hoping it was just a bad one. I got to reorder that one because I really want that one back again. I love that show. I finally just a couple months ago watched the movie, and that was good as well. Mike Tyson's iconic voice. Yeah, money more. Iconic. Yeah, I agree. Iconic, but certainly iconic for reasons that are entirely different than why James Earl Jones's voice is iconic. Demonic Jester says, "What does Michael Jackson and McDonald's have in common?" 30-year-old meat and 10-year-old buns. Wow. Oh, Jesus. that works on so many levels. Oh, as a matter of fact, for those of you who are Gooshers, I just posted on early access. I did the first. I told you I was going to start that series, Offensive Jokes and Bad Puns. I just did the first one. My friend Carrie is downstairs now, and I just challenged her to not laugh at one of our, I guess, offensive jokes. And things came out well. It's up for early access at the Goosh right now. But those who are at YouTube, it's going to go up there later today. I just gave them because I spread out the uploads there, and I just uploaded one piece. So this afternoon, I'll upload that one for you guys. Metalhead says, "What's up, my soulless ginger brethren? I'm doing good. I've often wondered about that, Metalhead. I clearly don't have a soul, but I'm thinking, just by my nature, I'm thinking even if I was like a blonde or had dark, or if I had jet black hair, I don't think I would have had the soul anyway. I think that was just a happy coincidence that I couldn't have one because I'm a ginger. Do you know what I'm saying at all? Don't you guys agree? I don't think I had any chance to have a soul at any point. I was always going to be soulless. The hair color just was, a coincidence." Bubba Java says, "Your face is offensive." No shit. I could have told you that. That's not bad, Elliot. Never ask a Nazi for a direction. They'll always tell you to take the Third Reich. I like that one, Nolan. That's a good one. Why is "have a nice day" considered common courtesy, but "enjoy the next 24 hours" is seen as a threat? I've heard that one, Fluffy, not in a long time. How many babies does it take to paint a wall? Depends on how hard you throw. Yikes. Let's see. Spaz Dev says, been rewatching Arrested Development today, and it's so good and funny. My favorite TV show of all time besides Community. Everybody talks about how great Arrested Development was, and I still haven't seen an episode of that, Spaz Dev. I mean, I'm not, like I say, not avoiding it. Just one of those things I never got around to. Everybody says how good that is. Hey, Philip. Good to have you in, pal. Bill Clinton's here. Hey, Mr. Prez. What up? It's your boy Bill, and I did not boink Ms. Lewinsky. Hey, Bill, can you? You're a Democrat. Can you get a hold of old Joe and bitch slap him and straighten him out a little bit? We'd appreciate it. Bill Clinton, and again, I told you guys, politically, I am center. I think Bill Clinton was an excellent president. I really don't, never did at the time, and still don't to this day. I don't give a shit what he was doing with Lewinsky. Makes no difference to me. I want my president there to legislate. If playing with cigars with Miss Lewinsky de-stresses him out a little bit and frees up his mind to make clear, cogent decisions, bing her all you want. Rolo says, why are pirates called pirates? They just are. Gone says, Bill, I missed you at the island. Bill should come back and say, oh, I don't know how, I was there. Play Facade again? I don't know, it was fun revisiting it. But we played it a bunch before. I just wanted to get a revisit of it. It was fun. But I'm too wound up in Minecraft right now anyway. I've heard that one, almighty potato. Why do cows have hooves instead of feet? Because they lack toes. Barry says, oh no, what do me and R. Kelly have in common? It's going to have something to do with water sports, isn't it? Krusty Bomb says, out of all the enemy leaders during World War II, who could run with the most speed? Mussolini, because he was the fascist. Keeping up with yesterday's themes of jokes. Historical aspect jokes. Yeah, he was fascist. Well played, well played. Just a little ludicrous says, what would you do if you had the chance to meet Brandon Rogers? If I had the chance, I would meet Brandon Rogers. He had commented on our videos earlier, and I had said something to him in one of the comments sections, if I got out to California, I'd love to buy him lunch sometime, but I don't have any plans. There's just, of all the places I may be traveling, California's not on the list just because there's not anything there that I want to do. It doesn't have any of the sites that I want to see. My family and I, we want to take Brax out to Vegas at some point. Of course, we're always in Florida for Disney. I'd like to travel to different sports arenas, but none of them are in California. Timothy says, got first dose yesterday. Get second in a month. Oh, it's a month for you guys, Timothy? It was, that's close enough. Was it 2 weeks? Or 3 weeks here? 3 weeks. 3 weeks for us here. The first dose, I didn't get any side effects from that, and a lot of people don't. Second one, I had told you guys, I felt sick for like 5-6 hours, and that was it. Yes, I couldn't agree with you more, Philip. Bill's all right, but his wife is a bitch. I would have no way I would vote for Hillary Clinton, period. Nope, not at all. And let's be honest, the only reason she rose through the political ranks the way she did was because her husband was the president. That's how she got her positions. That's how she got her appointments. And then she carpet bagged up here to New York in a heavily Democrat area and won a Senate seat. I mean, it was all designed right from the time Bill took office as president that she was going to be groomed to eventually be president herself, and it didn't work out because she's just so goddamn unlikable that even somebody with approval ratings as low as Donald Trump could beat her in an election. Tyler says, does having red hairs in my facial hair make me part ginger? If so, does that mean I have half a soul? Interesting. That's a good question, Tyler. Now, you have red hairs in your facial hair, but what color is the hair on your head? Blonde? Typically, it's blonde if it's red on your face. I don't know. Anybody know the soul ruling on that? If the red hairs are just in your facial hair? I had an aunt like that. Her beard had a little red in it. Okay, now let's read the lead up to that first. Barry's before I read. What do me and R. Kelly have in common? And we both touch kids, but mine are white and sticky. Oh, berries. Oh. Oh, wait a second. Okay, Rock Lee's got some details. How many of your freckles are the souls you've stolen, and how many are due to being ancient? I didn't know about freckles and souls you've stolen. Some of them. That's a good question. The vast majority of them are freckles I've had forever, so I'm assuming that's soul stealing. But now, like, let's see if I can get in there. Right here. Now that's an age mark. That's an age mark. That's a scar. But yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit of those age mark things, but most of them are souls I've stolen. I wish that was the case. I'd had an interesting life at least that way. If I'm stealing souls, I'm not even aware of it. I don't want to be left out of the loop. Drunk said, Drunk, I love that screen name. If you ever saw the intro to Paranoia Agent, is basically 2020 in a nutshell. I haven't. Paranoia Agent, what is that? Is that an anime, or is that a TV show or something along those lines? Paranoia Agent. I don't think I've heard of that one. Philip says the fact that she went all, if you don't vote me, you're not a feminist, didn't win her any votes either. Yeah, you're right, Philip. And I was actually surprised that Biden's "if you don't vote for me, you ain't black" comment didn't hurt him more than it did. Jesus Christ. That's one of the most egregious, offensive things I've heard a politician say in a long time. Nolan says, well, I'm 23 with dark brown hair, but some of my facial hairs have gray. I don't think that qualifies me as old, so I don't think you can be half ginger with a half soul. So it's all or nothing, you think, Nolan? I'm not sure what that rule is. I guess it kind of makes sense. Blue Morpho says, what's an 80-year-old woman's cat smell like? Depends. No one says, I tried teaching my son about dark humor. I said, see that armless man? Ask him to clap. Son says, Dad, I'm blind. Me, exactly. Oh, Jesus. Bill Clinton says, can you please tell me where to get that rug in the president's office? I like that damn rug. Just go take it, Bill. Democrats are in power now. You're a Democrat. Just go in there and tell him. Just say, get the fuck out of the way, Joe, and just take that shit from him. You're a way better president than he is, so you should have priority. Henry says, dark joke. My grandfather always tells me I'm way too reliant on technology. I call him a fucking hypocrite and unplugged his life support. Yeah, I've heard that joke. It's told a number of different ways, but I've heard that one. I like that one. It's one of my favorites. Bubba Jabba says, do you play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? No, I'm not a big Smash Bros. Player. Spaz Kid is. Brax plays it a lot. He loves it. I'll play it with them when they're over, but it's not a big thing to me. My favorite game along those lines is Kart. I love Mario Kart. Malata says, in my country, the Demon Slayer movie isn't even theaters, but, some console company leaked out the movie. I heard about that for 3 hours, and now we have it for free. Love you, console companion. I heard about that it had gotten leaked out. I have not seen Akira, Spazdev. I have not. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Glenn says, no, that's Joe's scooting rug. He won't let you have it. I like that, Gone. Scooting rug. That's pretty good. Oh, here's a horrible pun. Nolan says, I was a trainer for LA Fitness for a while, and one of my clients was an 84-year-old man. Someone asked him, boxers or briefs? Naturally, he said, depends. Barry says, wait, what happens if I'm white and didn't vote for Biden? Does that mean I'm not white? I'm not sure, Barry. He didn't lay out all the rules. All we know for sure is if you're black and didn't vote for him, you're not black. But other than that, he didn't elaborate. Timothy says, got Moderna. Only side effect is pain where I got stabbed by a needle. Don't know if that counts. Yeah, because I think that depends too. Some people get a little residual pain, I guess, from what I've been reading. I ain't no doctor. From what I've read, some people can get a little residual pain from the actual substance being injected, but a lot of times it's just because maybe they stabbed you, they got into a muscle a little bit or something. Oh, I like that one actually, World Eater. I can still remember my grandfather's last words. Stop shaking the ladder. Krusty says men vacuum in the same way they have sex. They just put it in and make some noise for 3 minutes before they collapse on the couch and think that their wife should be really happy. You know what? I should keep that. Oh, I didn't keep out my my notepad of jokes. I should keep that one just to make it fair. Hold on. Because we got so many misogynist jokes. Let me pull. I didn't think to bring my joke thing out. My joke thing. It is a joke, that thing. Let's see, where the hell am I? I just gotta remember where I put it. It would be in here and in here. Where the fuck did I put that list? Oh, it was just yesterday. You would think it wouldn't be that hard to find. There it is. Got it. Okay. Now I got my file open. Okay. I want to keep that one, Krusty Bomb said. Krusty Bomb told. Okay, got it. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss. Wolverine says, here's a joke. Anti-vaxxer writes. Milana said, are you reacting to the 7 Deadly Sins? The first 2 seasons we already watched over at the Goosh. The anime is going to his finale, I think, next month, and they're going to launch the last movie. Didn't get hyped because my 5-year-old brother can animate it better. Well, what happened was, Milana, as a matter of fact, when the gang at the Goosh voted in 7 Deadly Sins, there was a lot of conversation about whether or not season 3 was worth it because, as you alluded to and as they said, the animation got so bad. So what we did was we decided on a compromise where we watched the first 2 seasons together, and now with season 4 coming out, the gang is going to watch season 4. If that turns out to be really good, then over at the Goosh, we'll backtrack and we'll watch seasons 3 and 4 together. Excuse me. I am just saying hello. Won't be staying long. Well, thanks for popping in while you could, Em. Always love having you around. I kind of like that rage. Joe Biden walks into a bar and asks a woman, "Do I come here often?" That's pretty good. Cheyenne says, "Animation? What's that?" Hey, Jack. Nolan Dreyer says, what's the quickest way to a man's heart? Chuck Norris's fist. Correct. Correct response. Nolan again. What do you call a bladder infection? You're in trouble. And G Reaper, is your first stream? Good. I'm glad you were able to make it in. I've got to start remembering. Magic, if you think of it, help me do this too, because I just had another fight with YouTube. I almost don't even have the effort to go into all the details. They actually took down a video I posted to the Goose as early access yesterday that was nothing but a try not to laugh reaction video with the most benign lineup of simple little clips you'll ever see, and they took it down. Didn't initially age gate it. Now it's age gated, and they won't tell me why. It's age gated and restricted from monetization, but at least they put it back up. Just randomly did it. So I'm trying to determine a lot of things. So and it's bad that I don't remind people often. As I'm fighting with them about this notifications things too, for all of you guys who do want to, and only if you want to make sure you're notified of all the streams, do me a favor, make sure you've got that, because I'm gonna be going around with YouTube about this again. Make sure you do have that bell clicked, and what is it? And then tell it to notify at all times, or whatever that option is, because I almost have to contain myself, because I'm gonna start speaking out to a degree that's gonna get my channel taken down. It's really starting to get crazy now. That was insanity. And the thing of it is, Big Green, if you you guys that are Gooshers can see it's up there for early access. It's one of the calmer, easygoing videos I've ever made. I mean, even in my reactions, there was nothing over the top. There was very little for me what they would call controversial language or anything, or I have no idea. And they took the fucking video down. And then when I appealed it, they send me this really nice in quotes, this really nice response saying, "Oh, we understand that that's an inconvenience, and we apologize for you going through that inconvenience. We've reinstated your video." And I go over to it, and it's still age restricted. I have no idea what the fuck they're age restricting. I have no clue what they're talking about. When you guys see the video, you'll know there's nothing in there. But what it is again, it's fuck. And this is what I didn't want to get into. It's fucking YouTube and the unwillingness, Google, to ever admit wrongdoing. So when I filed a counter against that, them taking it down, rather than doing the right thing and just saying, "Oh, okay, we made a mistake, here, your video's up," they got to hang on to something. It's like, "Well, we'll put the video back up, but we're going to age restrict it." And they won't tell me why. They said, "Well, read our guidelines." I said, "I have read your motherfucking guidelines. It's not in violation of any of them." And that's where they drop it. They don't talk to you anymore. Calvin says, "Check out The Invincible on Amazon. It's a great show." I don't think I've heard of that one. My problem with checking out anything, though, pal, is just time. I just don't have any time for any extra watching. I don't think I've heard of that one, though. Bob Jones says, "Thoughts on the EDP scandal?" I really don't know enough about it to really comment, Bob. I mean, I know who he was, and I know what the accusations are, but that's about it. The flu needs to get Chuck Norris shots once a year. I like that one, Mike. I've heard that one. Barry says, a lot of people ask where you were on 9/11. Me personally, I was in my dad's ball chilling with those losers. Chris Rock, though, was eating out his wife. True story. Jack says, "Oh, that pissed me off so much." Me too, Jack. Suck it up and admit what you did and are doing. Cowardice. It is. It's crazy. And again, those of you who are over, if you want to see, those of you who are Gooshers, and don't get me wrong, it's going up to the YouTube channel. They just have early access to it. You can go see it. You'll see what I mean. There's nothing in it. It's a completely family-friendly group of clips in a make-you-laugh video. I have no idea, but it's got to be. They refuse to outright admit they did something wrong. So it was bad enough that they had no choice but to reinstate the video. So it's like, well, we're going to leave something attached to it. Because there is nothing, even slightly controversial about it. Fluffy says there was no Asian hate when Bruce Lee was around. Oh, I'm glad you're in with us, Shelby. Oh. Nolan says, "Let's stay away from the Civil War jokes. They generally aren't that funny." Rage says, "We need to make a YouTube for people that aren't complete communists like Mark Zuckerberg." It's just amazing anymore, Rage. Stuff like that just blows my mind. It's bad enough that their AI somehow picked up to that. Oh, and yeah, I'll read it to you. And this pissed me off too. You guys know that my kids, my grandkids are everything to me, and that protecting children is of the utmost to me. You see how pissed off I get. I can't even watch anime sometimes when bad things are happening to kids. And they removed that video, I've got it right here in front of me, because it violated their child safety policy. Now, within the make me laugh stuff that was in there, the clips, I mean, there was like a dad throwing his kid into a pool. Is that it? But it says, why don't let you know, we'll let you know our team reviewed your content and we think it violates our child safety policy. We know you may not have realized this was a violation of our policy, so we're not applying a strike to your channel. However, we have removed the following content. We realize this may be disappointing news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. Fuck you. If you think you've made a mistake, you can appeal this decision. You'll find more details below. So, obviously, I appealed the decision. Now, Spaz Voice Comedy, we've reached a decision on your appeal. We have reviewed your appeal for the following content. After taking another look, we can confirm that your content does not violate our harmful and dangerous policy. Thanks for your patience while we reviewed this appeal. Our goal is to make sure content doesn't violate our community guidelines so that YouTube can be a safe place for all. And sometimes we make mistakes trying to get it right. We're sorry for any frustration our mistake caused you, and we appreciate you letting us know. Didn't say a word about why they decided to keep it age restricted. There's nothing on it to age restrict it. I contact them and they say, well, here's our guidelines. It's like, I know your fucking guidelines, dumb fucks. I read them. That's how I know I didn't violate them, because I have read them before, you dumb shits. God damn it. Susan being moody. Yeah, I know, Leslie. I shouldn't let it get to me because I know they're going to be this way. M says, off I go to do other things. Oh, what's... There are no other things than this, Em. I'll see you later, old man. Jack Queen, behave yourself. Wolverine, I actually have an extended warranty, and the spam calls about extended warranties are fun to mess with. Well, thank you for being in with us, Em. Oh, Krusty. What did the cannibal do after he dumped his girlfriend? Wiped his ass. Dumped. I get it. Code says, what a sincere reply coming from a bot. Isn't it, though? That's as much as what infuriates me as anything else, too, pal. It's so insincere. It's so disingenuous. Jack Queen, I agree. These people can never be specific because they're full of bullshit, like all liars and cowards. Yeah, I mean, that's all I'm left to conclude, is they are not willing to say 100%, okay, we made a mistake, your video's back up. They need to hang on to something like, okay, well, you might be right, it doesn't need to be taken down, but gosh, we got to keep kids away from this. I want anybody to show me anything in there that can't be seen any time of the day or night on a kid's channel on television. You could put anything that was in there on Nickelodeon. Kills them. Says, they're almost as bad as Discord with that sort of thing. They'll punish you but refuse to explain as to why. Happy Friday, dude. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Discord's bad with that, too? We haven't had any go-rounds with Discord yet. I didn't even realize that. I know Twitter is off. Twitch is off the rails with the uneven way they enforce their policies, but I didn't know Discord was, too. And that's what gets me. You know, they do things like you reach a certain number of subscribers and they let you have access to YouTube personnel for any issues you have and stuff. And then you just get canned responses anyway. And then if you can get beyond that canned response, because you keep going back and forth with until you force it to be a real person responding to you, not just an AI, they just say, oh, no, we didn't do that. It's just like I say, like with the notifications. Oh, no, we checked. The notifications went out. Well, no, they didn't. And that means you're lying because you didn't check. Because if you had checked, you would see they didn't, because you're never going to make me believe that 25 people came to me independently of one another, live in all different parts of the world, came to me and said, hey, Curtis, I never got a notification to your last stream. Why would they lie? And why would they all why would they all say that same thing at the same time? No, didn't happen. We checked. Fuck you. Wolverine says, where's the Mia Khalifa show on Disney Channel? I would watch that one. Mike says if Vegeta was a part of Marvel Heroes, he'd just let Thanos get all the stones and see how strong he can get. Yeah, true. Him or Goku. Yeah. Killsum says both platforms really just send you their terms of service if you get in hot water with them. Discord especially does a guilty by association sort of thing. It's just stunning. And you know what kills me too is with YouTube, it all started because, again, they're just so over the top, hyper politically sensitive. Excuse me, going all the way back, the whole apocalypse thing was bullshit. All they had to do is say, when that whole thing started, when that douchebag from the Wall Street Journal wrote that article, they should have said, because it was true, they said, listen, we have pretty robust defenses against that type of thing. Does occasionally a video that's maybe distasteful slip by and get an ad on it? Sure. But when you look at our ad rates and you look at the sheer number of videos we have every day, that's unavoidable. And one of the reasons we can give advertisers these really good rates is because of things like that. And so it's a little part of the risk you run. But I don't think that anybody is looking at a company with ill will because an ad that was a little distasteful to them went up on it. That's all they had to say. Instead, they changed the entire YouTube universe because one fucking douchebag at Wall Street Journal kept hitting refresh on a video until he could get an ad to pop up that he thought was objectionable. And all of this is fallout from that because YouTube's, again, too chicken shit to just say, listen, and it's true. The advertising rates at YouTube are the best you'll get anywhere because unlike TV, with YouTube, you only pay for the ad if somebody watches it. When you buy ads on television, you pay that flat rate, and if every single person in the country or in the world switches the channel while your ad is playing, you still pay for it. So that's all YouTube had to say, and they were too chicken shit to do it. Calvin says, have you thought about modding Minecraft? I just played on a modded server the first time the other day because BTG, I haven't seen them in here yet today. BTG started sponsoring Minecraft gameplay once a month over at the Goosh. And of course, but I do those gameplays here at the YouTube channel in a live stream. And that's the first I played on a modded server. I'm thinking of opening a server. I may put mods on it if we do. I'm not sure. Let's see. Chrome says Google used that as an excuse to tighten their grip over the platform. They want YouTube to be a controlled ecosystem with a curated list of influencers they control. They wanted that from the start, Chrome. Absolutely. Why are we giving Google of all people the benefit of the doubt? I give them no benefit of the doubt anymore, Chrome. I think that I have come to learn that Google's initial tagline there, don't be evil, was entirely 100% supposed to be ironic and tongue-in-cheek. Because obviously, it's basically like saying, like Satan having his tagline be "Don't be evil." It has to be, because they are just pure garbage the way they go about things, the way they go about muscling out little guys. I'm talking about Google here, and the arrogant way they conduct their business, feeling like they're too big to be touched by anyone. Let's see. Jacqueline says, yeah, nothing sets me off more than bullshit, particularly when it comes to claiming some kind of moral or intellectual high ground. At a certain point, you just have to say, fuck you. Yeah. This one really, really set me off. Me, of all people, to say something, to make an insinuation that something I would post would somehow be harmful to children. Now, we're not talking about, and by that I mean you took the video down, which is saying that there's something egregious, because the first step is demonetization. Second step would be an age gate. And they didn't do either of those steps. They took the video down, saying that there was something that distasteful and that harmful to a child in one of my videos. Go fuck yourself. Fucking YouTube. Henry says, Curtis, have you ever seen the movie Snatch from 2000? I think I did when it first came out. I remember it. It's a British crime comedy, and it has Jason Statham and Brad Pitt in it. I love British humor. I think I did, Henry. I think I liked it. I remember it coming out. I'm pretty sure I saw it. Candace says, Jesus Christ, Horny Friday just got better. I mean, hi, Uncle Curtis. Hey, Candace. uh, that one I didn't see, Philip. He says, I love that movie. Also loves Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I didn't see that one. I remember that one came out too, but that one I didn't see. Chrome says, well, duh, they're hipsters. They love irony like they love pumpkin spice lattes. Yeah, I think you're right, Chrome. I mean, that is just so hilarious in hindsight. Don't be evil. It's like, okay. From the most evil corporation on the planet. Xeno Game says, hello, how is everyone today? I'm doing good. I've been playing Sword Art Online. Alicization Lycoris? Alicization Lycoris. And finally on chapter 2. Took too long, though. SAO's got some great characters. Code says Elon Musk should buy YouTube and put his CEOs that understand the app, like Pewds. Even though I don't like him, he knows how to run this platform. I agree, Code. I've often said that as YouTubers, we could do a hell of a lot worse for representation from the top subscribed guy. I think PewDiePie has handled that mantle very admirably. Nolan says when she was growing up, people laughed at Amy Schumer when she said she wanted to be a comedian. She proved her haters wrong. Nobody's laughing now. Ain't that the truth? I never got her. I never thought she was funny at all. I mean, we all know humor is, everyone's different. It's all to taste. But I never got her. When she got really big there for a while, I mean, popular for a while, she's still big. I just didn't get it. But same can be said of Seinfeld, too. I never got his stand-up. Still don't. Chrome says, Google, Sony, and Microsoft are in some sort of competition so you can be the biggest evil dumbass, though Microsoft's come from government involvement. Yeah, true, Chrome. Nah, that's not bad, Rolo. A man walks into a bar. He says, ow. That's a good one, Mike. All jokes are good if they have a good delivery, except abortion jokes. They don't have a delivery. Malata says, do you guys from the U.S. watch more NFL or NBA? NFL is more popular here, pal. We from Brazil just watch football because it's the only sport working in our country and it's still bad. Yeah, NFL is number one in America. NBA's ratings have been dropping dramatically recently. I think a lot of it has to do with, the different, now we've got this constant upheaval of side versus side here in American politics, and the NBA has taken a very specific side, and I think that hurt a lot of their fan base. NFL ratings are down too, not as nearly as precipitously as NBA, but yeah, NFL at least still for now reigns supreme ratings wise here in the U.S. Shelby says, anyone else get the annoying Amy Schumer ads? They're so bad. Oh, I haven't seen those. I mean, on TV, I've seen the commercials and stuff she does, and I just never found her likable at all. And just never found her funny. And again, I'm first to admit, humor is to taste, and just not my taste. Wolverine says, check last post. Also, heal me up. Oh, I didn't even see you taking over as stream boss, Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine. Yeah, and put a little extra into your bar. Bar. Wolverine says at least she's putting herself out there, even though I don't like her humor. You got to respect the hustle. I think that's true with a lot of comedians. I mean, anybody that becomes successful doing stand-up, you've had to put yourself out there. I'm not saying she doesn't. She does. She hustles out there, but I don't think that makes her exceptional. I think pretty much all stand-up comics are real hustlers. Chrome says, I can bring up a ton of scummy behind-the-scenes stuff Sony's done in the past. Microsoft was fine until the government forced them to start giving kickbacks so they won't be broke up. It's just a vicious circle of, I've told you guys, I've been somebody who's followed politics my whole adult life. And I have never, never been as disenchanted and disgusted with our representatives in Washington overall, across the board, than I am right now. It's just horrible, absolutely terrible. Well, I just don't think we have particularly bright, effective people in general in those very important positions. The FTA guy says, Curtis, who's funnier in your opinion, Frank or Brandon? I don't even know how you would determine a funnier because they're so different in the way they approach things. I think they're both hysterical. You know, there's nothing for me there to grab onto to say this makes the one guy funnier than the other guy. Because even though they're both sketch comics, you know, Brandon's is scripted and produced carefully, whereas Papa Franco's was more freewheeling and wild. So it's entirely different. The way they went about things, but they both got to the same end result, which was just absolutely hysterical content. Tyler says, did you know that Nike's Just Do It slogan is based on a murderer's last words? Just do it? That would almost make me buy some Nikes. What if Bill Clinton says, what did Fidel Castro in a boat do when he saw a sinking ship? He rowed the fuck away from there. Arson says, do you like pizza rolls? They're okay. You know, if I'm going to pop something like that in the microwave, though, I would prefer to just get like those Elio's pizzas and just cook them up instead. Excuse me. Willie says, PH don't have to be kid-friendly. Let's all go there. Also, today is payday, which means May is G100 month. Cool, Willie. That'll be fun. Yeah, I'm going to be, all the G100s will be up by the 22nd of May because we leave on the 24th, but the 23rd, I've got a ton of stuff to do. I got to run down to New York City and pick up some people and stuff. So everything will be, all the G100s will be up by the 22nd of May. Leslie says, I've heard this one. A man went into a library and asked for a book on how to commit suicide. Librarian said, fuck off. You won't bring it back. Sphere said, oh, fuck off, Chain. I agree LeBron should be suspended for a reckless tweet about cop with his image. But for this season, it's pointless because it's just 10 games left. Okay. And your message was retracted. See, I don't think he should be suspended. I don't agree with what he did at all. I think that just goes back to the fact of, again, you got athletes who their claim to fame is their athleticism, wanting to be voices of a generation, and they're just not smart enough and responsible enough to do it effectively because that was just wildly irresponsible. To tweet anything like that and put a man's face out there and then say, oh, well, I didn't see the video yet, just proves you're fucking stupid. I mean, that goes beyond just the normal courtesies that you should extend to someone before you accuse them of something. That's just common sense. It was just insanely moronic and proves that people really need to think twice about getting their perspectives from people who dribble a ball for a living. Philip says, I despise Amy Schumer and Melissa McCarthy. My mother keeps watching their awful movies, much to my chagrin. Women can be funny, but those two are decidedly not. Melissa McCarthy, I'm kind of with you, Philip. She doesn't crack me up. I mean, she's all right. That Bridesmaids movie I thought she was good in. Excuse me. But other than that, it just seems like she plays the same character over and over and over. Amy Schumer has never made me laugh in any context, anything she's done. Sphere says he should do his research first. Absolutely. And you can make the case that anybody on social media should, and they should. But there is you should have an extra emphasis on that when you have, 40-some million followers on Twitter? And you plastered a man's face up there and just wrote the words, "You're next." And did not even get his Twitter account suspended for incitement. Now, on the other side of the coin, say he did that. And I see that as I do, as egregious and wildly irresponsible. What if I posted a picture of LeBron and just wrote the words "you're next," meaning you're next to get banned off Twitter, because that's what I felt should happen. Now, if I did that, I would get banned because I'd be threatening LeBron James. But he did it, and it's like, well, and this is exactly the excuses I heard on ESPN. Well, what he did was wrong, and he shouldn't do things like that. And then you get but he's really been a voice for good. So I think we can overlook this one. No, you can overlook that one unless you're the guy whose face he plastered to 46 million people and said, this guy's got to be next. You fucking moron. And it doesn't help that I don't like him as a basketball player either. He's always been opposite of my teams, so I've never rooted for him either. Coach says LeBron wants to be a trailblazer so badly. LOL. This isn't the 60s anymore. He's not Ali. That's why I like Jordan, where he shut his mouth about a topic he knows nothing about. Right, Coach. Well, you guys have heard me say that 100 times because I have my opinions just like anybody else. But the one thing I can guarantee you is, if I don't know anything about a topic, I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to make myself look stupid by commenting on something where I don't have the facts. It's just like when I was asked about that, I forgot the guy's name, the YouTuber there, that's the big black guy that's in all the hot water now because of the allegations of pedophilia. I'm not going to comment on it because I don't know enough about it. So, for me to say anything about him or about the charges against him would be moronic, because I'd be making myself look stupid because I don't know anything about it. I like this name too. Dirtman Band says, I was looking forward to playing Minecraft along with you. Unfortunately, yesterday my Alienware exploded. Fortunately, oh, good. Your warranty's still good? Oh, good. All right, you'll get it replaced then. Yeah, it'll be a while anyway, Dirtman Band, before I can get the server set up. But I'm hoping to. For those who don't know, I've become really enamored with Minecraft again, and we're playing the Quest for the Ender Dragon, because I want to get to the Ender Dragon in hardcore mode. But I also want to set up a Minecraft server that's a Minecraft anime server, where to be a part of it, you have to have an anime skin and stuff like that. I just think it'd be fun. EDP case, yeah, that's it, Chrome. Like I say, I'm not, I don't comment on things if I don't have a modicum of knowledge about what's going on, enough to formulate at least a cogent opinion, and I don't. I just know that he has some accusations. But Chrome says EDP admitted on video being a pedo. He says he needs help. Did he? Yeah, see, I didn't know any of that. Gangster Dial says, Wario, why did the squirrel fall out of the tree? Spaz, I don't know why. Wario, because it had an overdose of meth-infused crab apples. See, that's funny. Jack. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I agree with you, Jack, 100%. Just have to say, fuck you. Yeah, absolutely. Lute says, hello, can't stay much stable on drop by. Well, thanks for popping in, Lute. As a matter of fact, I'm just about to wrap up the stream. I'm hoping to go down and get some of the stuff I need to do today done and come back with a Minecraft stream later today. So any of you guys, even if you don't enjoy Minecraft, if you got time, come hang out with us, because we do a lot of just chatting while I'm playing too. And if nothing else, the Minecraft music in the background is soothing. My voice, not so much, but the Minecraft music is. Oh, really? Gabriel says the guy... I'm sorry, Gabriel says the guy that did the case on EDP is also in hot water. Oh, I did see something about that. Didn't that guy get his channel shut down too? EDP did, and the guy who did the expose on him, right? Because the way they went about it or something. And again, these are questions, not statements. I think that's what happened. Wolverine says, saying you need help means nothing if you don't act. 100% right, Wolverine. Right. No matter what it is. And that's good to recognize that you need help with something, but you're right. It's worthless if you don't actively try and seek that help out. Spazio says, check last post, please, old man san. All right, where you at, Spazio? Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, there you are. A while ago, LeBron made some political comments. Laura Ingraham said, shut up and dribble, which is hypocritical because when Chris Pratt did that speech about God, her reaction was really positive. Yeah, I'm not a big Laura Ingraham fan either, especially. I'm not a fan of extremists in any sense. Um, I wouldn't I wouldn't make the case of shut up and dribble in general. I would tell him to shut up and dribble after what he did specifically, because you're asking somebody to tell you to shut up and dribble at that point again, because that was just so egregious. To put something like that out there without having all the details was completely fucking moronic. And then, from what I saw, there was no real apology either. It was just like, I'm just so angry and so tired. Yeah, who gives a fuck? You can be as angry as tired of it as you want. You still had no right to do that to that guy. So how about, I apologized to him. I didn't have all the details. Now I only did it because I'm angry. I don't like him. I don't like anybody who does things like that. S says, I'm going to change my name to pubic hair because I'm always one level above these dickheads. Just kidding. Philip says, so latest Trudeau fuckery. Uh-oh. He wants to censor the internet here in Canada and put forward patriotic content, basically pro-Trudeau propaganda, while he silences his critics. What the fuck is going on in the world? Jesus Christ. I mean, it's going on here too. I gotta say, the way that Biden is going about his business too, with all these executive orders and threatened executive orders and everything, it almost seems like he's trying to see if he can poke the coals just enough to get a fire started in this country too. Chrome says there's no such thing as a recovering pedo. Honestly, they're the highest group of repeat offenders. It's castration or a statement that will get me banned. Yeah, I agree, Chrome. I agree. I don't believe in any mercy, any leeway for them. I don't use Twitter because my IQ gets negative. I've started using it a lot less for the same reason. Just the stupidity on there, and that's both sides of the political spectrum. The stupidity on there is just insane. I mean, the dumb things that are said all day long, and the dumb things that are said by people with big followings, and then you get all their followers and they're going, you tell them. And it's like, no, what they just said is completely mindless and fucking stupid and not based in any fact, but people don't care. Bill Clinton says, God damn it, Trudeau, don't you dare censor goddamn pixel of the internet. Yeah, tell him, Bill. Lick says, I feel sorry. I feel so bad for all those moose. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, I gotta go. Only because, again, I'm going to try and see if I can get stuff done to where we can stream some Minecraft later. If you got time, come and hang with us. Because, again, even if you're not into Minecraft, come hang out and just shoot the shit with us. Because even at the moments when because with Minecraft, I can look over the chat whenever I want. But even the moments I'm involved in the game, conversations are always going on in here. So it's fun. It's a fun time. It's Free for All Friday. Now, because I'm streaming Minecraft, we don't do a lot of the just chat streams during the week. We chat with Minecraft, but it's not just a chat stream. And I only disperse sticky stuff during exclusive chat streams. What I'm leading to is this sticky stuff has been brewing for a while. Oh, it's sweet. This is like, this is like cheesecake on top of apple pie a la mode with some chocolate frosting or some chocolate syrup on top and whipped cream, cherry, and my nuts. Get it? Because I let out the way. I set that all up and said my nut. Okay, here comes some phenomenal sticky stuff. Because pamfu, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you. Oh, it's Free for All Friday sticky stuff, and it's glorious, and it's got my nuts. Because we'll bang, okay? Flashlight like Buggy, and as always, most importantly, and this is always full of testosterone. Goose, 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 goose. Oh, goose. Felt good.